Hello and welcome to Spartan Sports Report presented by Los Gatos Roofing Company. I'm Justin Allegri. A jam-packed show on this episode for October. We go back and revisit the Hall of Fame ceremony and a great weekend that was during homecoming as well. We look at football and everything behind the scenes in the homecoming week. And of course, we'll talk with San Jose State head coach Brent Brennan as well. But first, let's head out to YUH Gym and talk with the volleyball team about the start of their year.
Well, we have great young women. I think they help attract each other in the recruiting process. Great quality people, great students. So we need to be able to do it under competition and just under pressure situations where can we really lean on each other? Can we really persevere through hard for each other or take more risk in those moments of pressure? Or just be more consistent, depends on the position, right?
Yeah, so we have 7 incoming freshmen, 8 newcomers this year, and it's been really exciting. You know, something that we've been really focusing on is just taking as much as we can from our upperclassmen, and because there's so many of us, it's like a lot to learn, and we have about half the team are freshmen, half the team are upperclassmen, so we've been taking a lot from them and learning how to be coached better and learning like the best style of play and how to play well with each other.
Yeah, so there are a lot of newcomers to the team. I'm included in that mix. But I think with being a transfer, I'm able to bring an element of experience to the team as well. And it kind of feels the same, like I am coming in new, so I'm having to establish new trust with the team, like new bond, really work hard to establish, you know, my place here. But it's really exciting that we have a lot of fresh people here. Everyone's bringing a lot to the gym. Everyone's really competitive and pushing each other. So yeah, I think it's helping to keep the culture healthy and moving in the right direction. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with the freshmen coming in. You know, everyone here has been a freshman at some stage, so we all know what it was like. But they're coming in with this fearless attitude. You know, fierce together is our motto this year, and we're bringing that. And the upperclassmen are really holding the freshmen accountable to that, and they're rising up to that challenge.
We got a very talented conference ahead of us. Good teams, and it's going to be a battle every night in the Mountain West, and so we got to prepare. You know, conference, we started off with very tough opponents, but everybody in our conference is going to be good this year, and we got to push ourselves in the gym. And I think we've done that last couple days after seeing Colorado State and Wyoming. Our gym level has risen because some of our newcomers didn't see that level from where they were. Even though they came from winning programs, we had all of our freshmen and our transfer has come from winning programs. They know how to win. They just now are seeing our conference and have to step up to that level.
You know, I think we're bonded really well. I think our connection, even though we have half the team is new, I think we're comfortable playing with each other, which is strong. And I know we have pieces on the court. Like, everyone is a good player in themselves, and getting that all to work together is what we're working on.
Across the board, we're more skilled, we're more talented in the gym. We just need to make it come together and have good chemistry on the court and face the battles when we're out there in the matches. Them realizing, like, hey, I can take this big risk. I can go for it with my serve or my offense, my attack in those moments of pressure, you know, and getting a couple more points out of them. And then we're in the ball game. Yeah, well, Jolene is an absolutely amazing coach. I really thrive well under her leadership. I'm a very fiery and excited and high energy player, and she coaches with that same mentality and that energy, so I really thrive well off that. But yeah, she's really amazing at motivating, and she knows the game well, and she knows the technique, so I'm really lucky to have her. Yeah, we love, the student athletes have done a great job of supporting us, and a lot of students across the board. We've done some different things to incorporate student body on campus, and they're coming to support our games. I think we're fun to watch, so hopefully we're bringing them back, and we'll get a couple W's in there to increase the attendance. But it feels like thousands and thousands of people, you know, in here on top of us, and loud and fun and just very energetic crowd. So we appreciate our fans.
We'll take our first break here on Spartan Sports Report. When we come back, we'll revisit the Hall of Fame induction ceremony that happened on homecoming week here at San Jose State. That's coming up after this.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. With available Pro Pilot Assist, that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families,
for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report presented by Los Gatos Roofing Company. Well, one element to the month of September that was very exciting was the Hall of Fame induction weekend. 7 individuals, 1 team were inducted into the San Jose State Sports Hall of Fame. Let's hear some of the sights and sounds from induction night.
Spartan up. 1, 2, 3. Spartan! Wow! Crazy George, what do you think?
I have been told I was the very bonds of San Jose State softball franchise, but that didn't matter because it takes 9 players to win a game. I could not have done it alone. The collective skills of our team is what made us Spartans.
They don't know it, but at first, my motivation was my mama, and then they came out. My motivation was my kids. That's it. You good?
Oh man, my biggest lessons, man, I just think back to when all my receiver coaches, Coach Brent Brennan, Keith Williams, always used to preach to me, man, never give up, always keep going no matter what you do. And I take that with me right now, man, and I get that same message to my kids, man, and you know what I mean, they're still part of my life, still part of my journey, man, so I'll never forget them and what I learned from them at San Jose State.
Try that again. Now, do you want to do this all night long and stay here? Make it loud. Go Spartans. Aft, right the drum twice. I mean, the best part of it is, you know, I was an athlete. I was on the San Jose State judo team, and I was a cheerleader. And of those memories of the judo team and then the cheering, I mean, all the students gave me so much energy and fun and excitement. They loved what I did, and I loved doing it.
Take another break here on Spartan Sports Report. When we come back, we'll take a look into homecoming week at San Jose State. That's next.
Once the storms have come and gone, and it's time to put back the pieces, you might have lots of questions, but one of them shouldn't be who to turn to. Trust your roof to a contractor who cares, one who's part of an exclusive network of roofing professionals. Trust your roof to an Owens Corning roofing contractor.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report. Well, homecoming has a lot of elements to it at San Jose State University, not just the football game, and there were a lot going on leading up to the contest at CEFCU Stadium. Spartans are back home in action inside CEFCU Stadium. This weekend, they begin a stretch of 3 consecutive home dates, starting with homecoming against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors this Saturday from CEFCU Stadium.
We're so excited to be back home in front of our fans, in front of our alums, our students. You know, we're hoping that our fans are going to make San Jose State, you know, in CEFCU Stadium a tough environment for Hawaii. That's what we want.
Homecoming week, about to do it big. Spartan Nation, here we go.
You know, we out here at the homecoming block party, man, getting ready for the game on Saturday night.
Yeah, baby, Spartan up. You see it, homecoming week, baby. Let's make some noise. Spartan up.
Spartan up for Helio.
Let's go, Spartan! Let's beat Hawaii, baby! Let's beat Hawaii, bring it!
Yeah! All right, I know we got a great week ahead for everybody. We got all kinds of events with homecoming. We need people to fire up, rock your Spartan gear. I love it when I see people wearing it with pride. Our team has been working incredibly hard. Come on out there, let's get this thing going, baby. Spartan up!
Spartan up, baby, let's get it. Spartan up, let's go. Come out Saturday night. Woo!
Behind the safety.
I already own it. Standing on top cause I earned this moment. I took what was mine, now I won't let go of it. Cause I'm a hustler, yeah I'm a hustler. Cause I'm a hustler, yeah I'm a hustler.
Down the far sideline to Bailey Gaither, and he dives at the 20-yard line and makes a spectacular catch.
Yeah, I was really getting by, we survived like
he takes the handoff and bulldozes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Boogie.
Keep turning up the heat. I keep turning up the heat. Keep turning up the heat. Yeah, I'm a hustler. Yeah, keep turning up the heat. I know the price is steep. They're gonna call me king. Yeah, I'm a hustler. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I ain't afraid of the pressure when it comes on stronger.
Josh run to throw a deep ball again. Bailey Gaither behind coverage at the 10. Makes the catch. Stumbles into the end zone.
When everyone is through, I'll be here longer.
Into the end zone, and it's Oliver with another spectacular grab. Touchdown, San Jose State. Unbelievable catch from San Jose State's Trey Walker. I don't know how he did it. Now it's Futrell at the 1-yard line. He'll bring it up again across the 15 to the 20 now. Spin move in the open, and he busts free at the 30 to the 40 now 50. Foot race on the far side. He breaks free again. Get off me! And it's picked off by Jonathan Leonard at the 6-yard line.
We'll step aside once more on Spartan Sports Report presented by Los Gatos Roofing Company. When we come back, the head coach, Brent Brennan, will join us next.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be.
For ourselves,
for our families,
for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report presented by Los Gatos Roofing Company. We're now joined by San Jose State football head coach Brent Brennan. And Coach, haven't had you on the show yet this year, but I want to get your thoughts on maybe where the football program is now as we enter the month of October.
Well, obviously we've got a lot of work to do. You know,
we had a tough first month of September, but I think there's some signs that are starting to show that our team is heavily invested and putting in the right kind of work. We played Oregon really tough a couple weeks ago, and then the 5 overtime game with a 4-1 Hawaii team. And so there's a lot of signs that our guys are continuing to put in the work and continuing to do the things that it takes to build a program.
And when you talk about improvement throughout the course of the season, I think you and I have talked a lot about the narrative of working in the off season, putting that into the season, and now within the season, we have seen improvements. And I know it doesn't translate on the win-loss record just yet, but it feels as though the Spartans are starting to turn the corner. They can see the corner, and things are trending in the right direction.
No, I would agree. I would agree. I think, I think our defense has made a tremendous jump this season. If you look, since the second half of that first game against Davis, they've played really, really well. I think our offense, really got going in our last game, and so I'm excited about kind of seeing some of that progress there. I think, the amount of work the players put in the off season, I think they're seeing the benefit of that.
Right.
They're 5 overtime game against Hawaii, and they're ready to play, and they're not tired, and their conditioning is taking over, and they're feeling great about that. So I think there's a lot of good stuff that way. Obviously we still got a ways to go because we haven't found a way to win a game yet.
Sure.
And that's the hard part when you put in all that work, and then you don't get the validation of a win.
Right.
But I'm really excited about how the guys are playing. I think our effort's better. Currently we're way better in the turnover margin than we were a year ago, and that's been a focal point since the start of our offseason last January. So there is a lot of things that are pointing to the positive.
Well, when you talk about the offseason, I think that was the biggest element of the offseason. How do we improve upon that turnover margin? And so far, that has been probably the biggest storyline in terms of improvement overall for the football team this year. And to me, the other sign is that this football team is much more physical than they were last year.
No, I agree, and I think a big part of that is that we've got some great senior leadership.
Yeah.
We definitely added some physicality to our practice regimen, through spring practice, through fall camp, and even during our week to week when we have games, we're still really getting after it, getting after each other in the practice environment, and I think through that process, I think we're getting tougher, and I think the players, man to a man, are starting to appreciate and respect that physicality more.
And as a coaching staff, is it a challenge when you don't see the wins just yet to keep the players engaged? And if it is a challenge, these players seem like they're very engaged right now. So what has been the process to do that?
Well, I think that's a really big part. I think anybody that's coaching young people or teaching young people right now feels that, how do I keep them engaged when they're not getting the results they want? And the thing that we try to do every day is we try and point out some good things that happened in practice the day before and some bad things that happened in practice the day before, and kind of hit the reset button. Like, okay, hey, this was really, really good, and this is what we need to fix. And so we're always giving them constant feedback as to where they're at and what they're doing. At the same time, I think it's important that as a coaching staff, we keep our message clear and we keep it the same. And we went through this process in our off season of clearly defining our culture and what we want it to be. And I think because it's been clearly defined, I think it's easier for the players to understand what it is.
Well, and I think the players also, outside of the game, have a lot of things going on. I know Beyond Football has been a big program for the football players, but maybe talk about elements outside of football during the season that these guys are a part of as well.
Well, I think the biggest thing for them is just the academic process, is that they're, even though the demands of football on this level are extreme, they also have this huge responsibility academically, and really that's why they're here. That's why they're here, is to graduate and get their degree. And so, study hall and tutors and meeting with their position coach to talk about where they're at academically. We have, as a coaching staff, we just had one today. We have an academic meeting every week that takes us through all of our tutoring sessions, all of our mentor sessions, all the study hall report, just to make sure that everyone's on point and that there's clear communication about where each player's at. And I think we've seen some of that benefit. I do firmly believe that if they will take school seriously, they'll take football serious. And so, in our time here as a coaching staff, we had the highest team GPA we ever had, We have had more 3.0 GPAs every semester as we've gone further and further into our tenure. So there's a lot of exciting stuff that way, and it's a great way for us to monitor achievement and success is through that academic process.
Well, and when you talk about building a foundation, fans always think, well, let me see it on the field, but it doesn't necessarily mean building a foundation all on the field, right?
Right.
So it is kind of impressive to see that. All right, well, we're talking to you in the month of October here, the beginning part of October. If we were to talk to you in the beginning of November, what do you want to see from this team this month to know that things are still trending in that right direction?
Well, I want to see us win some games. I mean, just like everybody else does. But in terms of just kind of the day-to-day, and I want us to continue to put in the work that we've been putting in. And I think last week we had our best week of practice since I've been here. And I want us to have an even better week this week. I think if we can get our team to focus on the process, rather than the wins and losses will take care of itself.
Yep.
And that's hard to do with young people because the instant gratification, they want it right now. There's this generation raised on social media where likes and retweets, and that's their world, right? But in football, it doesn't happen that way.
Right.
It takes time. And so if we can keep them focused on the process and we continue to do a great job, in the turnover battle and play with the kind of 100 effort that we're asking them to play with, I think we're going to like how we feel at the start of November.
All right, that's San Jose State football head coach Brent Brennan. Thanks so much for always joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Take another break here on Spartan Sports Report. More after this.
Once the storms have come and gone, and it's time to put back the pieces, you might have lots of questions, but one of them shouldn't be who to turn to. Trust your roof to a contractor who cares, one who's part of an exclusive network of roofing professionals. Trust your roof to an Owens Corning roofing contractor.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Welcome back here on Spartan Sports Report presented by Los Gatos Roofing Company. Now, before we let you go for this month's episode, let's take a look at the upcoming month in San Jose State athletics. All right, that does it for this month's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. All the information can be found on sjsuspartans.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.